Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and this thing just seems to be growing. It already has a life of its own by now. The EA rap response going down in the history books as not only the most downvoted comment by a wide margin on Reddit, but also the most participated in comment on Reddit by far, meaning, most of the people who saw it voted on it. And by the way, it got goaded something like 50 times, and erroneously people think that that's somehow supporting EA or giving money to EA. Well, no, goading support Reddit and servers and upkeep and magic pixies and whatnot, and but I personally think the main reason that comment is continuously goaded and still is that so the damn thing will stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, it's hard for the mods to delete a comment that's brought over $200 to Reddit so far, and they might be tempted to delete it because it's got such negative, karma and such responses to it. And by the way, sending death threats to EA reps, that is not alright. This is just a silly game. You don't buy the game. That's it. You don't threaten anyone over it just because they added loot boxes to the damn progression system. You just tell the game to, fuck themselves, but that's it. And now, well, we get into the actual decomposing corpse that is this amazing clusterfuck of gigantic proportions that is Star Wars Battlefront 2 and loot boxes and pay to win, and the heroes taking around 40 hours of game time to unlock each one, much less other stuff. Now, to get the main idea of what I mean, you can literally read anything online at this point, or watch my 2 previous videos on the subject, because I'm not going to repeat that here. That would take another 30 minutes. Basically, EA gave us free DLC for a very fun game that could have been, great, because who doesn't like Star Wars, but found a way to EA it up and made it basically pay-to-win model with loot boxes that you can buy with real-world money, hoping to spend cash on upgrades and crystals, to unlock Darth Vader and have the satisfaction of accomplishment, as the EA comment put it. But then, after spending $200 on loot crates, you unlock nothing or just a single hero, and that's after paying a lot of money for buying the base game itself. So it's not nearly as good a system as, you could argue EA always included this since Battlefield 3 into their games, like with battle packs and such. Well, those weren't really that necessary, for the gameplay progression. Here you literally pay for a lot of, you can have a pretty big upgrade if you're playing Starfighter Assault. You can buy star cards that basically buff everything from your rate of fire to your damage per shot to your maneuverability, making you basically, take out everything else on the battlefield just because you paid more money for it, and that is just not alright. Now, the thing about this pay-to-win system, these loot crates, loot boxes, drop boxes, and whatever else you want to call it, that's modeled in so many other games now. The thing is, this system is wildly profitable. And I mean, it is so ridiculously, astronomically profitable that even if 1% of all Star Wars Battlefront 2 players buy these things, EA will still turn an amazing profit even with the DLC being free. So that's how these so-called free-to-play games can remain free, you see, because the person that buys these loot crates usually buys more than one and then keeps buying them. So it's like a gambling addiction, it becomes forever chasing the next bonus, no matter how much money you've sunk into it. You keep going, hoping the next one will unlock Darth Vader or something like that. And one person can spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on loot crates. And that dwarfs the season pass model by a wide margin. I mean, it just blows the fuck out of the water. And like that hot dog that flew out of the kiddie pool after your uncle let off a particularly loud fart in the kiddie pool. But by now it seems people are rightly hating on EA, and as such they are canceling their pre-orders in droves. Well, I for one did not pre-order the game, as I said before. You guys shouldn't have either. Pre-ordering any game is basically paying money before you see the final product, and I just don't see why anyone would do this. It might have made sense, 10, 15 years ago when there were a limited number of physical copies of the game and you definitely wanted to have one on release. But today, when you can download the game pretty quickly, on Origin, on Steam, on whatever else, it just does not make sense. Particularly with EA's track record of, clunky releases. And some people go, oh, well, it's better to pre-order the game and then cancel the pre-order as a, final fuck you to EA, than, not just to buy it in the first place. Well, you're what's wrong with gaming. After years of memes, this is what we come to. It's not better to do this. And of course, now to stem the tide of pre-order cancellations, EA took the refund button off their site, so people need to wait an hour for the automatic chatbot to transfer them to a representative, hoping, people will just forget the whole thing and go home, or call them and sit on hold for, till the cows roost. EA is trying to wear you out, make no mistake. And after hearing about the outrage of Heroes, taking about 40 hours of game time to unlock, the EA rep calling gamers armchair developers, one of them, actually, and this is hilarious, one of them made a bot to randomly move the mouse in-game so that the server wouldn't time out and kick you, and you'd continue to farm points while you're still, while you're away from the actual game doing whatever you needed to do, like watch porn or something. So, that's hilarious, but seriously though, don't use this bot. It's a good way to get your account banned if you care about that sort of thing. If you have, I don't know, Battlefield on your account or something like that, it might be a good way to get you banned. But I gotta say, as far as fuck you goes, this one makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Revenge porn material. They've also tried to fix the problem with the credits with the grace of a racehorse falling down a spiral staircase. Firstly, they decreased the hero unlock price, something like 75%, but I'd argue this was always their plan. You see, that screenshot that made the rounds a couple of days ago on Reddit, that new copies of the game had the hero price at 10,000 credits and not 60,000, I think was a patch that they always planned to release on day one. I think someone at EA just forced their hand and leaked it, or maybe it was just a Freudian slip in a way, and it got by the community manager's censors. Now you think, hey, we did it, EA caved. Well, no, fuck you, Chad, you bag of used dildos. EA comes up behind you to slip one in, and you brace yourself thinking they're gonna give you the reach around, at least, to kind of make up for fucking you in the ass, but they leave you high and dry, as it were. What they did was they decreased the price of the hero to unlock, in-game, but also they decreased the number of credits that can be earned. So, yeah, that's basically what they did. They've also scheduled an AMA on Reddit to be announced at a later time, but honestly I don't see it going well outside that copy-paste of, most downvoted comment in the history of mankind. And get this right, kiddies, we are witnessing history in the making here. Be a part of it. So thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. And remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.